Hello and welcome back, folks. This is the new Casio WS1600H that was recently released in May 2023. I got this watch because I like the look of it, and the bars on the display reminds me of the bars on the classic AE-1300W Twin Graph 2. However, the watch has more in common with the AE-1300WH, with which it shares the same case and features, and looks like the outcome of a marriage between this watch and the Twin Graph 2. It's available in 3 different variations, but is not yet available on the Casio UK website at the time of recording. It is available though on the Amazon USA website, where the price starts at a reasonable $23 and from where I picked up my watch. I've been wearing the LF20W as my daily for the last few weeks, and the first thing that strikes you about the WS1600H is how big and clear the display is. I really like the LF20W, but when compared, the bigger numbers makes it much easier to see. Even at an angle, the time remains visible. Moving on to the side, the watch comes with big push buttons that have just the right amount of resistance to make accessing operations easy. An explanation now on the display, which is divided into 5 sections. The bars at the top shows a visual representation of the chronograph and timer functions. The top bar fills in a space once every second. The bar underneath fills in a space once every 10 seconds. And the circular graph in the corner fills in a space once every minute. On the LCD panel below, this section can show either the day and date, the time zone from another country, or the chronograph timer, depending upon the operation. The last section displays the local home time, which can be shown in either 12 or 24-hour format. We'll look at the features later, but for now I think it's fair to say that the WS1600H is an AE-1300WH with a better display. The circular graphs have been replaced with bars on the new watch and appeared to be more intuitive. This section of the LCD, which shows the date or chronograph functions, has been made bigger, which is an improvement as Casio are marketing this watch for use as a timer during sporting events. The display is surrounded by a square contrasting bezel and is covered by an acrylic crystal. The crystal does sit flush with the surface of the watch, which I imagine will attract scratches if you're not careful, but it's not too much of a concern at this stage, as I have shown in a previous video that it is possible to remove even deep scratches by using a car care product. The watch feels substantial and well made in hand, which is amazing given the price point. The dimensions are shown on screen and it weighs in at 39 grams. On the back there is a steel case back held down by 4 screws, and it comes with a water resistance rating of 100 meters. The strap itself is made of resin, just like the case, and feels soft and pliable to the touch. And there are also plenty of holes for the adjustment. I like the fact that Casio are using standard 80mm spring bars for the connection, and the top of the strap fits nice and flush with the bottom of the case. On the wrist it's comfortable to wear, and there is enough wrist presence to attract attention and compliments. For nighttime viewing, it has an amber coloured backlight provided by 2 LEDs at the base of the screen. You can't alter the length of the afterglow, which is around 2 seconds, but it is bright enough to light up the whole screen. One thing that still gets me though is the use of the word illuminator at the top of the watch. In the past, this word was only applied to watches fitted with an EL backlight. Finally, let's look at the features of the watch. As this watch is designed for timing sporting events, it does come with a stopwatch. The bars at the top shows a nice graphic when you start it. When you press the stop button, it stops the counter at the top, but the bottom counter remains running until you hit the reset. There's no way you can stop the bottom counter, so I'm unsure of how you can use it to measure split time for first and second place. If anyone has any ideas, then leave it in the comments. The second feature is a countdown timer. To use this, you must choose from one of the built-in predefined times. You can't set up the duration of the countdown time yourself, which does seem like an oversight considering that this watch is used for timing. The next timer function is an interval timer. You can set up to 9 start times and set their duration yourself. This is useful to those of us that like to carry out interval training. The watch will sound an alarm when one session is over and another one is to begin. The watch also comes with a world time from 48 cities. Home time is shown at the top and the world time is shown at the bottom. Be careful when you're setting the alarm when abroad though, as the time you set the alarm for is set for your home time. The final feature is the alarm, of which there is only one you can set. And now onto a bonus feature that's not in the manual. All Casios come with an LCD test, and to access that, hold down the bottom 2 and the top left buttons at the same time. This screen shows that the watch is using the 2991 logical module, the same as in the AE-1300WH. So are there any downsides to the watch? Well, there are a couple, so we'll go over them. The first one is one which we've already discussed, and that's you can't edit the countdown timer with your own countdown time. This may be due to something that I missed, so if there is a way, then please let me know in the comments. The second one is a design feature that once I show you, you won't be able to unsee. I'm not sure if it's a design flaw, so if you don't want to know about it, then skip forward a few seconds. This design flaw is that there seems to be a blank space on the corner of one of the bars. Luckily it's small enough that you can't notice, but it does seem to be there in order to create the curve of the bar. So those were the only two minor drawbacks that I could see for this watch. You do get a lot of features and functions for the price, such as the 10-year battery and the 100-meter water resistance. Plus also it does have a lot of wrist presence. Finally, would I recommend this watch over the AE-1300WH? Well, that depends upon if you had that watch already. If you don't already own an AE-1300, then I would say yes, get it, because you do get a lot of watch for your money. On the other hand, if you are an AE-1300 owner, you might want to skip this one, as it offers the same features and even has the same case and strap. Thanks for watching folks, I hope that this video helps you to decide, and I'll catch you next time.